It's Jessa and your sister.
My sister, and Jeannie.
Okay.
Are we on?
Oh.
Hello, and welcome to Take Flight Live with Phoenix Stage Company, award-winning 100% volunteer community theater organization located in Oakville, Connecticut. We're back.
We're back.
I'm Ed Bassett, Executive Director of Phoenix Stage Company, and I'm here today with Laura Sturgis-Cortez.
Hello.
Co-host extraordinaire.
Oh, thank you.
Also in the room, Mike, you know him. And Al is up there at the brand new light computer. How are you, Al? There he is. Yeah. We haven't been here in a really long time,
been
Laura.
So long.
We were just
so
talking about that.
long.
Give Local.
Yeah, since Give
So
Local.
April 26th
Hey,
was our
that's-
last time.
That's insane.
We've had quite a time here
Yeah.
at the theater.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs and
Things getting in
wobbling.
the way. We were supposed to be on last weekend
Mhm.
or last week. Michael had something going on last week. The week before that, we were supposed to be on, and we had no internet and phone at the
Yeah.
theater. And when I was contacting Optimum, they kept saying it's going to be an intermittent outage for the next 4 to 6 hours or whatever. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, which means spotty connection.
Yeah, like
so-
up and down, up. And we thought, well, that would be very unkind to sign on and then have you not be able to watch us because,
Yeah.
you know, we know how important we are to you. It's true. So do you know that today is National Hydration Day?
Is it really? Oh, perfect. Look, I've got some
National
water right
Hydra-
here.
it's
That's great
National
audio, too.
Pink Day.
Are you serious?
It is. It's National Pecan Sandies Day
Mhm.
and National Detroit Style Pizza Day.
Okay. Well,
What
no,
does it
that-
taste like?
screw
Rubber?
that.
What's
Screw that.
Detroit style?
Isn't that like Chicago? No, wait. Chicago is its own thing.
Yeah.
What the hell is Detroit style?
I don't know. If you're watching and you know what Detroit style pizza is, please tell our
Please.
friend Mike because he's bored back there.
Detroit style pizza.
Yeah, I don't know what that
It
is.
comes shaped like
It's
a heart.
got lots of soul. It's got
Ah,
lots
there
of
you go.
soul.
Lots of soul. Lots of
Because
soul.
isn't that Motown Detroit? Right?
Yeah.
It's Motor City.
Yeah. Yes.
Uh,
yes.
yeah.
Motown came from Motor City. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was trying to get, pink, National Pink Day. So I was trying to come up with like jokes about Pink
I
Floyd,
don't have any
you know?
appropriate jokes.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with jokes
Mm.
about Pink Floyd.
Mhm.
I just kept hitting the wall. She gets it. He's too young. He's too young.
Al's groaning. You got him too.
Ah.
Oh, that's crazy
Yeah.
though. Pink Day.
It's
and
a
I didn't
deep
even
dish
know.
rectangular pizza topped with Wisconsin brick cheese and cooked in a tomato-based sauce.
Rectangular
And
deep dish.
Wisconsin brick cheese. So Wisconsin makes mozzarella? Or
I didn't
You
know
know-
this mattered, but it typically apparently has a dough with a hydration level of 70% or higher.
Oh, that's good because it's
Oh,
National
yeah.
Hydration
There
Day.
you
So
go.
that's good.
There-
The pizza
that's
is
why that's good.
hydrated. That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. You know, a memory of pizza for me when in 1978, you weren't born
I
yet.
was not.
My family moved to Vermont, and we moved, unloaded all the trucks and stuff, and my dad thought, let's just order pizza, which was a real trick for us, or a real treat for us, because we didn't normally order in a lot of food in my
Right.
family. And so there was a tavern in the town we moved into called the Hilltop Tavern.
Okay.
Wasn't really on a hill, but
Oh.
was called the Hilltop Tavern. We ordered pizza from them.
What a special treat.
It. My dad went and picked it up and brought it back, and it was pizza with canned mushrooms. Unfortunately, you could tell that they were canned,
Oh.
and cheddar cheese.
Oh.
Vermont cheddar cheese
Uh,
was very weird.
yeah.
It was very disappointing
Yeah,
and very weird. So
yeah.
we had to get used to some things, you
Man,
know,
I tell you,
in
outside
our
of
little
like
town.
the tri-state area, getting pizza is just like, why bother?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why bother?
I have to say Pennsylvania has good pizza.
Do they really?
Yeah,
'Cause I
Pennsylvania-
wouldn't expect that.
Pennsylvania has some good pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Okay.
aunt, they called it Pitts. The pizza. You want some Pitts? Yeah. I don't know why. And I think it was regional to where they lived in Pennsylvania that they called
Right.
it Bits.
Pizza pie.
Bits. You want a bits?
No.
No?
No. No.
No.
I want a pizza.
Yeah, and the first time she asked us when we were kids, I said no, and my brother said yes. He hates pizza. He hated pizza when we were kids, and I was like no, and my brother said yeah, because it was food. And then it came, and I was like,
Mm.
yay!
Oh.
And my brother wasn't. So
Okay,
yeah, but it's
well, you
okay.
know,
It's all good.
That was a surprising. It was like oh my god, a pleasant surprise. Oh,
Yes.
I can't talk today. A pleasant
Wow.
surprise.
You don't have COVID, do you?
No. I've got a headache though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Happens all the time.
We saved you last week because you had a little bit of a migraine, and
Yeah.
so it would have
yeah.
been difficult here.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I don't know why. I think it's the weather. There's something going on where I just have I have chronic migraines, but right now they're just like so bad.
The
and I
weather's
just-
been weird with the pressure,
I've
right?
also got like a lot of stress going on. So
And pollen's been ridiculously high. I learned something about that. I
Oh.
learned that so in the parks and where they landscape,
Mm.
they are planting only male trees
oh, so they don't
because
pollinate.
female trees produce the fruit and they don't want to clean it up. When they landscape, they only plant male trees, and they're the ones that put off the most
Oh, wait,
pollen
those are the ones that right.
They put off
duh.
the
They put
pollen
off the
to-
pollen.
to pollinate the female trees, and they're not planting those trees. I didn't even know there was a male and female tree.
I found that out
I
recently
didn't know.
because of holly bushes. So if you want your holly bush to actually bloom and have the fruit and the little berries, you have to have a male holly bush somewhere nearby.
How do you know the difference between a male bush and oh no, that's the wrong terminology. A male holly plant and a female holly plant.
I guess you look at its trunk. Best I can do, guys. Best I can do.
No, I learned that because someone I work with has fruit trees, and they wanted to plant a mulberry tree.
Look
Which,
at
by
its
the way, I
wood.
learned
She
that
said,
there's
"Look at its
mulberry
wood."
trees and mulberry bushes, but they need a female and a male mulberry tree for them to ever
I had no idea.
For them to ever mold.
Yeah,
for them to ever molt together.
yeah, for them to mole. Hey Laura,
Hey Ed,
what do you call a Pink Floyd album cover made from cereal?
I don't know. What do you call a Pink Floyd album cover made from cereal?
The Dark Side of the Spoon. Hey, we have a lot of birthdays.
We do.
We
do
have a lot
birthdays.
of birthdays. Michael's gonna click up the birthday thing behind us, and
so
and
exciting
Al's
for a
gonna play some
birthday.
music. I know. The first one on the list is my sister, Barbie.
Barbie.
She's 60 today.
She really? Congratulations.
Yeah, we're so happy.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Who else do we have?
Tim Phillips,
His birthday is on
the 27th.
the 27th. Emily Dietrich is the 29th,
Patty Rice is July 3rd.
as is Lauren Wolf.
Then we have Tori Richnovsky on July 11th.
And Deb Goodman is on July 15th.
Woo!
That's excellent.
So many birthdays.
So many birthdays.
And
So
what is all the-
they're all cancers.
Is that what it is?
I think
Is that
so,
the
right?
sign?
They're
Does
all
that go
they're
Ju-
all
June
crabs.
through July?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we just finished Gemini because I'm a Gemini.
Oh, right,
Mine was in
Gemini.
late
Yeah.
May.
Happy belated birthday.
Thanks. And Al had a birthday too. Right?
Oh wow, so that was a while. That was back in May.
Yeah, but we missed that last
Oh my
podcast that we
gosh.
did that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
So long.
So
So
long
long.
ago. But speaking of that podcast, we were doing Give Local, and we talked a little bit about what we were doing with some of that money. And Al is sitting at his brand new laptop for the light board. So we have because the old one was small and really thick. It was like an
Yeah.
album, and so now he has a new laptop with new software that gives us how many channels, Al? A universe
of
of
challenge?
channels. 512 lighting channels, which I guess is pretty good. I really don't know.
It sounds good.
We had 36 with the old program.
Ah.
Yeah, so thank you,
That's
Give
awesome.
Local,
Thank you
for
so much.
allowing us to do that.
That is
And
so
it was
incredible.
not a huge cost for us, but
Hmm.
we needed specific
It's so
fundraising for it,
needed,
and it's
yeah.
definitely needed.
Oh, that's so
I think everybody will be
incredible.
very happy
Wow, what a big
about
difference,
that.
36 to 512.
I know.
Wow.
It'll be like a disco in here. It'll be
Oh,
magical.
that'll be so exciting.
Yeah.
Woo.
Moving lights.
Oh yeah, moving
Moving
for
lights,
sure.
you know, and speaking of things like electronics and
Mm.
stuff, what equipment does the Pink Panther need for his guitars?
I don't know what equipment does the Pink Panther need for his guitars.
10 amps, 10 amps, 10 amps, 10 amps, 10 amps. It's good. Oh my goodness.
I was just talking about the Pink Panther too the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. But we were talking about Clouseau. How he was always, oh God, I love Clouseau.
Yeah.
It's just such a funny character.
Yeah. It was a good show. That was a good show
Yeah,
for us. That was a
yeah.
fun one. Yeah. Tim in his Pink Panther costume. Speaking of Tim, he and Lori will be home before the next
Oh,
podcast.
Really? Oh
They'll
my
be home. They
gosh.
should be home in about a week now. Yeah. They've been
Wow.
having a wonderful time. They're a little
Mm.
homesick. I spoke to them. I'm sure if you read their blog, you know what they've been doing more than I, because I don't really catch up that much on the blog. I read it like once a week and just
Yeah.
read a whole lot.
Yeah. But,
But-
I mean, wow, they've been gone for such a long time, and
Such a long time.
I know. My cats would hate me when I got home.
Yeah.
They would absolutely just shun me.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they've been FaceTiming with their cat.
Oh, that's good. I
We'll
think they
see.
can see, right? Cats can. They're pretty good visually with like
Not in
iPads
color,
and
though.
stuff.
How do
No,
we
they have
know that
color.
cats can't see in color?
They have a
Because of the
different color
biological
spectrum.
design of their eyes. There's certain aspects of their eyes.
But they have a different spectrum that
Yeah.
they look, because they can see like UV that we can't.
But it's the same way that we know that there's I forget what it is, certain type of shrimp that can see more colors than and like we even can, like colors you wouldn't expect.
Now, what are your cats' names?
Moriarty and Skynet.
Okay, so
Moriarty chose his
sure,
name.
he chose it.
Yeah, we went through about 1 million different names trying to get him to respond to any one of them. And finally, we got it down to Worf from Star Trek, and he seemed to be kind of okay with that. But then I said, Moriarty, and he just came prancing up to me, put his little paws on my knee, and stuck his face into my face like, yes. I'm like, oh crap, that's your name, isn't it? So then Carlos called him, and he went trotting on over to Carlos and did the same thing to him. I called him again for a third time because just to be sure, he came right back over. So I'm like, well, that's your name.
Oh,
So
yeah. Well, our friend James, who was Robin Hood, his cat's
Oh,
name was
yeah.
Penny.
Penny.
Penny. He talked
Yeah.
about Penny all the time.
Yeah.
I have Seamus and Mama Kitty.
Seamus.
Yeah.
Bye, Mama Kitty.
Seamus. He had a
Aw.
gray beard when we got him. Now it's gone. That's
Aw.
why he was called Seamus.
That's
Yeah.
cute. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. Good cats, I guess.
Little
Tony
kitties.
Tony Benedetti is watching. Do you have a cat, Tony? Do you have pets? Let Michael know.
Yeah, I know. He just put in the chat. I gave my cat a ton of dry food before I hit the road on Monday morning. She was fine when I got home the next day.
Aw.
That's good. What's her name? Tell us her name,
Yeah, I
Tony.
want to know her name.
We're curious. So it's been a rough couple of weeks for the Phoenix
Mm,
family.
yeah.
Bunch of stuff going on. You know,
Yeah.
our longtime volunteer and friend Val Vitalo passed away on June 4th. She fought leukemia for a very, very long time. And it was a valiant fight. And she had a lot of friends that were there for her, taking care of her. And it was a very peaceful passing for her. So we're gonna put her photo up on the wall back here. And this is a photo that's going into her memorial frame that will be out in the lobby with us. She started with Phoenix Stage Company back in 2010 when we first opened. She was in the Hallelujah Girls first. That was her first show with us. That was our first November show. And then she was in I Hate Hamlet. And then Beyond Therapy, Love, Sex, and the IRS, The Icebox, If the Shoe Fits. She hosted one of our one act festivals, and she was the first person who played the mother in one of our favorite one acts called Kung Foolery with and that's with Tori and Rob.
Oh,
Have you ever seen that
right.
when he's the
No,
ninja behind the couch?
I've heard of it.
Brilliant. Yeah, she was an educator and she was a founder of the Warner theater.
Oh, wow.
She was one of the 3 people that saved that theater,
Oh
one of
my
the first 3,
gosh.
and the founding board member of Kids Play Museum in Torrington. So a big hole left in
She
people's
will
hearts.
definitely be missed.
She will be
What a
missed.
life. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And she was a nun.
Was she really?
Yes, she was
Wow.
a sister of Philippi.
Wow.
Philippi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big presence in the theater world and in the education world, and she will be very sorely missed, not only here at Phoenix, but in the whole community. Yeah,
Too much loss.
too much.
Too much.
I was
Too much.
amazed in reading all the different things she did. Because
Yeah.
I only knew her from Phoenix, and then afterwards I was reading all the different accomplishments, and it's just
Mm.
she was amazing.
You know, it made me really stop and think because Val wrote her own obituary
Did she really?
in advance.
Oh, wow.
You know, having a disease, she planned her funeral.
Right.
Her the internment of her ashes was private.
Mm.
It was lovely, quiet. She didn't want a lot of hubbub.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then she planned her own celebration of life.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That takes a lot of stress away from the family and the friends who are left behind of planning and what do we
but
say?
I can't imagine how stressful it is though to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
There must come a bit of, oh God, yeah, I was gonna say
Peace.
like there must be some serenity in writing those words down. And then I just thought, oh no, I would end up crying so much. There
But
must be a weird blend,
I will
right?
tell you, as one of her close friends who was with her through the process,
Mm.
you know, she wanted peace
Yeah.
after this very, very, very long fight.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah. And doing those little things gives you, not little, those are big things to be doing. That gives you control of your situation, and that
Sure, it does. Yeah.
lets you be a part of your family and your friends'
Right.
lives even after you're
And she
gone.
did this 2 years ago.
Oh,
She wrote this stuff 2
whoa.
years ago. So it was a
Whoa.
process.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she will be missed. Val, we love you. We will remember you always. You will always be a part of our hearts and a part of our theater community. And we will remember you fondly and laugh. Not at you, but with you.
Yeah.
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 You know. And then sadly, another one of our. Oh,
Oh, Al.
wait, what?
Al.
Another one of our theater family has experienced a loss. Foster Evans Reese,
Oh,
his father, Reverend Dr. James Reese,
oh.
passed away on the 17th at the age of 98.
98. Oh,
98.
bless. 98.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
So our hearts are with you, Foster, and your family, and Patty, and everyone. And yeah, you're in our thoughts, and we wish you warmth and wellness. Yeah.
Not
Lots of
easy.
loss.
Lots of loss. I
Lots of
mean,
pressure.
one thing is that we're all experiencing this
Mm.
big loss together.
Mm.
And so when one of us loses, I think we're more empathetic now. We know, grabbing for each other and helping
Yeah.
each other up, and we're more anxious to help in some way that we can. And
Yes. Yeah.
and it's heartwarming to know that everyone is there to help. You really just have to say like, hey, I need to talk for 20 minutes. or
Absolutely.
something.
That's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
We're all here for
Great
that.
big family.
It's true. We're your family, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. So if you're in the chat room, Michael looks really, really bored. So if you've had an experience with Val on stage, let Michael know what show it was. Like, what show have you been in, or do you have a memory of a show where Val was involved that you would like to share with us? He needs something to write down or to read out loud while you're chatting. So let Michael know. I know Amber's watching, and I know that she's been involved in shows
Oh.
that Val was there.
Tony's cat's name is Venus, by the way.
Venus.
Oh,
I'm
that's
your
such a cute.
Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. Yeah.
I was thinking of a different song, and of course now it went right out of my head. Venus in blue jeans.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's an oldie. It's a real oldie.
It's a well, my other sister's watching. She'll know it. Because she's
Yeah.
a real oldie too.
Oh. Tell
They-
us the names of your cats. That's what I want to know too.
Well, and her cat's name is Jackson.
Jackson.
Jax.
Oh.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know, H2O is water,
Mhm.
but what's H2O for?
I don't know.
For drinking?
Ed. That's so stupid. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't like that when he's leaving the laughing on longer than usual. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Gosh.
That was a good one. Come on, that was good.
It was good. I'm just mad that I like walked right into it.
You did. Right.
Right
You walked
into it.
like a
I was
wall,
like,
Pink Floyd.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you did. You walked right into it.
Stupid.
Yeah. So, listen, we have to update you on what's going on at Phoenix Stage Company.
Yeah.
So, Revolutionists, as you know, a great show. Like, right? You missed it. No, okay. It was pretty.
Yeah.
You saw it. Michael was crew. But you saw it in rehearsals. I mean, it was
Oh gosh,
like
Laura, you missed.
I-
such
I-
a good
I
show.
know.
it was
You should feel bad.
I do.
it
I
was
do.
it was just stupendous
Oh my
and beautiful, and Chris Evans is just such a great director. He's
Yeah.
so kind and patient and fabulous, and I can't wait to have him back to direct another show for us. And that show had some challenges. We had an actress that got COVID during rehearsals.
That's right.
We had to push it out. Then the stage manager got COVID, and we had, so the show was pushed out under the new rules of the new publishers that have bought up the other publishing houses. We had to reapply for a license.
Oh.
So when that happened, the computer made us buy more scripts, even though we didn't need them, but they required us to buy them. And scripts have gone up in price from what was $7.95 to $13.
Oh my
so,
god.
So it's not a cheap thing to have to do.
No.
So you have to do all of that stuff, right? You do that. And then we finished the show, and during the show, there was some COVID exposure, but nobody was positive. And then the show, the Saturday of closing weekend, Lori Poulin tested positive and was sick with COVID.
Oh.
The next, Al, you got that same weekend, right?
I was symptomatic
Tuesday morning. So I tested positive
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Oh my gosh.
And I checked because I'm a caregiver for an elderly person. And so I checked before I went in, and I was positive. I got sick on Tuesday morning
Mhm.
of that. Yeah, Al. So it was the Tuesday before the closing weekend that you got sick because that Sunday I brought you a test. Because I tested that night. Yeah.
my
And so
gosh.
I was sick that following week, and we were talking, it hit me pretty hard. It hit me
Yeah.
like a bad head cold, but now I have damage to my right eye.
No way. Really?
I do. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
I woke up my third day of being sick, and I was seeing white flashes in my right eye,
Oh,
and
no.
they went away, but then my vision was blurry. So now I have a blind spot in this eye,
Oh my God.
and
I did not know it could do that.
I didn't either. Now, there was a day when we were building this set that a set piece fell on my head. And it hurt pretty hard.
Yeah.
Put me to my knees, right, Al?
Oh my
Al was there. He went,
God.
uh-oh, bam, it hit me.
Oh,
And so,
no.
yeah. So we don't know if the damage to the back of my eye is from the bonk I got on the head, which
Right.
is weird that it would be 3 weeks later that I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
But they think it's more apt to COVID. So I have to go to a specialist next month for that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Also, in the midst of all of this, we had auditions. We started auditions for Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
and the director tested positive for COVID and got sick. So we figured out the length of time needed for quarantine. Then we looked at, okay, if we have auditions now and we don't get the people we need, and we have to make calls or we have to have more rounds of auditions, it's going to push us farther in and farther in. And so I talked to John Long, the director of Romeo and Juliet. We decided not to do that show, but to postpone it. Well, then what that left us with was the musical, which is the most expensive show in our season. So that would be just in production costs, not really including everything, would be at least $5,000 in production costs.
Good grief.
Given the fact that we didn't have the June show or the July show
Mhm.
to support that production in terms of covering the other bills while we spent the money on the production for Head Over Heels. And given what our audiences has been like previously, the board, I discussed with the board members, because 2 were on vacation, and so I called them and we talked, that it would be better to suspend the season until September, so that we could kind of figure out the best steps to go in. Now, I will tell you that I accept part of the blame for this, because we didn't. So coming out of the shutdown, coming out of shutdown, we were really excited and we wanted to get going. And we thought, okay, if we're going to pick these shows with a few extra people in them, because people are going to be anxious to get back on stage, and then we'll sell more tickets. Well, it was actually the opposite.
Yeah.
People weren't anxious to get back on stage yet. And so we were unable to cast shows. We had difficulty
Right.
casting the larger shows. And people weren't anxious to get back into theater. So I'll own that. I will own that mistake.
I mean, you're the same boat as like a lot of people with that mindset though,
Right.
because I definitely thought the same as you. I
Yeah.
thought for sure we were going to get a lot of people coming out, and at least I was going to have a ton of competition for auditions.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well,
it's
and
just like, where is everybody?
Revolutionist had a lot of
Yeah,
competition.
That one for sure.
Revolutionist had a lot of
Definitely,
competition, but the other shows that we were doing, we weren't getting that kind of response
Yeah.
for. So it's a live and learn, but in order to preserve the organization, we
Right.
had to make the fiscally responsible decision.
Yeah.
So we're refunding our subscribers the money that we took in for tickets for the shows that we're suspending.
Mhm.
And we will reopen with our 1-act festival in September. And then we'll have the October show, Varney the Vampire. And then we have our Christmas show, which
That's
is
exciting.
always a seller for us.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for Phoenix Stage Company. We have suspended production until the 1-act festival. So the 1-act festival goes up the 15th of September, 15, 16, 17, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there's a chance that we're going to add Sunday on there for some of our subscribers. So we'll keep you posted with that. And that is the partnership festival with our sister company out in Bolton, England. We are still reading plays.
Oh,
I
still choosing them.
I got 8 submissions today.
Oh my gosh.
So you have until the 30th of June to submit. So if you or someone you know wants to send a play in to Phoenix Stage Company, now the best way to do it is by sending it via email to ed@phoenixstagecompany.org or to info@phoenixstagecompany.org. I won't make Michael put that up because I caught him off guard. And that wasn't a jab. You don't have to put it up. So you send these in. There is a call for submissions. We're going to post it on our Facebook page. Agnes is putting a statement together with me on that, so that you'll know exactly what we need. And you send that in, and then they're going through the reading committee process, and then we'll be notifying people of what we're doing.
So get down on your computer this weekend and write up a great 1-act play.
Listen, we have
and submit it.
I know of at least 4 playwrights that submitted this year, and this is the first time they've ever written anything that they wanted to share. And so you never know.
Get
you
it on
don't,
paper.
You
Do
don't
it.
know.
This is
and
your sign.
They are sent out blind. So
Oh.
they're given to me. They're sent to me. I print them out, take any reference of the playwright off of that
Mm.
printing, scan them, and then they're shared with the reading committee.
That's good. An unbiased opinion.
Correct.
Yes, that's
They don't
nice.
know who's
Yeah.
who's written what.
Right.
And playwrights are allowed to share up to 2 works with us,
Mm.
and then I send them out in different batches. I don't put them in the same batch.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Awesome.
Michael?
Going back to Val, I had 2 things that got shared in the chat. One, which I think was great, it was Tori. She said, Val was the first person to make me a boss. I had to be the assistant stage manager, and it was the assistant stage manager of my dad. It made me feel grown up when I was still just a child.
Aw.
I also have great memories of her during Steel Magnolias. She was incredible on so many levels.
Yeah, she was.
And then the other one was Lori Richnovsky had brought up Val lip syncing "It's Raining Men," which was
And
apparently
her
very memorable.
her Ken doll was on display at Kids Play during her celebration of life. She sang, we had a lip syncing contest,
Yeah.
and she sang Stand By Your Man to a Ken doll.
Oh my god.
It was fabulous.
That's adorable.
Yeah. She sang that one, and Leland sang a Britney Spears song.
I was there that night, actually. Oh, yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Oh my
like
goodness.
fun. Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
gosh.
quite fun. Yeah, it was quite fun.
I gotta
Really.
do something like that again.
Yeah.
Also, Tim and Lori say hi there in Mitchell, South Dakota, home of the world famous Corn Palace, sitting in their car in 95-degree weather.
Yeah. So
oh gosh.
yeah.
Hi, Tim and Lori.
Hi, Tim and Lori. So we miss you. We can't wait for you to come back.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tim's gonna be the first podcast we have when they come back. Tim's gonna be our guest
Oh, that's
because we're gonna
lovely.
interview him all about the trip.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have Lori on too, the 4 of us.
Yeah, right.
Tim and
Yeah.
Lori back
Tim-
from their trip.
Tim and Lori.
Yeah, they
But
sent me
other
pictures.
podcasts
They
as
sent
well.
me pictures from the Potato Museum.
Hey,
Who
if you
knew?
load them up, we can show them too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In
We
Idaho.
yeah. It was in
Must have
Idaho.
been.
Yeah.
Where else
And then
is
I
the
was
Potato
on the
Museum?
phone with them and they were in a traffic jam because of a moose. So
Huh.
A moose.
a moose. A moose. Yeah.
Did you know? Did you know that that moose get eaten by killer whales?
I didn't know that. I
am
knew
not
seals.
lying. I'm not lying. So moose apparently like will dive off of like the waters of Maine for like seaweed, and they dive like really freaking deep. I mean, moose are huge, so it makes sense. But they dive like really deep to get like seaweed and stuff, and then whales will be like, ah, chomp.
Wow.
Like it boggles the mind.
Wow.
it
You know, speaking of
boggles the mind.
seaweed, why did the ocean break up with the pond?
I don't know, Ed. Why did the ocean break up with the pond?
He was too shallow.
Hey, Ed.
I thought it was because he was scum.
Oh,
So I can't take credit. So Rob Rashnovsky has been posting daily from this.
his
Oh,
calendar.
yes,
the
I
dad
love
calendar.
that.
So one of my
calendar.
favorite ones recently was, what do you call a laughing motorcycle?
What do you call a laughing motorcycle?
A Yamaha.
Ah, that's a good one. That is a good one. We'll give you that.
Yamaha.
Yamaha. So the bottom line with Phoenix Stage Company is just hang in with us. We're not going anywhere. I was talking to one of our patrons on the phone a little while ago, and she said, "You're not closing, are you?"
No.
No, we're not closing. We're just trying to keep the right steps to keep us going. You know, I had to pay our utility bills every month. You pay them. Last month, when we added all the utility bills, they were more than our rent
Ew. Ew.
because we have several electrical accounts and then the gas
Right,
account. It was
yeah.
our last gas bill for the year.
Right.
The last gas bill for the year. Even when I turn off the furnace, we still have to pay $189 a month for a meter fee because we have a commercial account. So you still have to pay that every month regardless, right? But the fact that they were more than our rent was
That's
just
hurtful.
astounding to me.
Yeah.
Now, we did get a letter from Eversource today
Oh, did you?
saying that they evaluated our electrical accounts and that we're using unit 26A. And if we switch to unit 36B, we'll save $32 a month.
Oh,
We're going to switch to 30,
yeah.
whatever be.
I mean, yeah.
It's $32.
32 bucks is still 32 bucks.
32 bucks is 32 bucks.
Yeah.
Right. So in the meantime, we have other things that will be happening. The beer swap will be back.
Beer swap.
The beer swap. Once Tim
exciting.
returns, we'll be working on that project
That's
again.
exciting.
Our mini golf tournament will be back.
Yes.
And this year's theme for the mini golf tournament will be Phoenix Pride.
Oh,
So
I
we're going to
love
say
it.
wear your pride colors.
I love it.
No costumes, just pride colors.
Pride colors.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be really fun. I don't know if it's going to be at R&B Sports World or not,
Okay.
or if it's going to be another location, but we'll keep you posted on that. And then we're working on a new project.
What's
And
our
I
new
think you're
project?
part of it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh. So we're going
This
back
is
and forth on
exciting. This
names,
is
but we're pretty
exciting.
sure it's going to be called Pocket Shakespeare.
Oh, that's
So,
cute. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's the name. We think.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we were auditioning for Romeo and Juliet, and we were working on stage combat for that. And we had a production meeting with John Long and Teresa Alexander, who's the stage manager, and Rob.
Mhm.
And so what we're doing is we have a group of actors. We're doing 4 Shakespeare shows, so 4 Shakespeare titles: Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer Night's Dream, Hamlet, and Taming of the Shrew. Yes.
Good shows. Good shows.
The groups of actors, whether it's the same group splitting up or whatever, they have 15 minutes to perform each production, complete with stage combat, costumes, full productions. We're doing them at outdoor events. We're not doing them in the theater. One evening may be here in the theater. The others are going to be outdoor events. We're working with 2 different venues right now to try and put it together. It is audience participation in that there's a visible timer. If the group goes over 15 minutes, the audience has to yell "die," and the Scottish king will come out and stab them and take them off stage. Yes.
I love this. I love this.
It's also audience participation because someone will be chosen from the audience to come up and join the actors, put on a hat with a scroll with one line on it. They say their line, they get to keep the hat. So it's a lot of fun. We think it's going to be a really cool event, and we're super, super excited
That's
about it.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super, super
Yeah,
excited
I'm
about
excited
it.
about it.
John
too.
Long has worked
Yeah.
hard on the scripts, on getting them trimmed down to a 15-minute, but it's really going to be very improv-y as far as the actors go, because we're going to have our first read through, and then the groups get to kind of get together and do their rehearsal and figure out, if there's a soliloquy that's not in there that they want to include, then bring it in, but you got to get rid of something else. You have to keep it
Yeah,
under 15
yeah.
minutes. And then I'll be working on costumes and props, and we'll have it all together. So it's going to be a really fun event.
I wonder if you can get that soliloquy in, but like if you like speed talk it.
Speed talk it. Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. That's one of the events that we're doing. And that's right now planned for the last weekend in August. So the 26th, 27, 28, I think is the last weekend in August.
Sure.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday evening would be here at the theater. The Saturday and Sunday would be early evenings when it's still light outside at one of the outdoor venues that we're negotiating with now.
Perfect.
Could be
And more,
really fun.
more details to come.
More details to come as we know more. It's going to be a free event. We're going to put out a donation bucket
Oh, that's nice.
to request donations from people.
Cool.
We're working with a winery
Oh.
and a brewery.
Okay.
So we're working, we may be at one on Saturday and one on Sunday,
Oh,
or
fun.
stick with one. So yeah, Teresa was calling it Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Oh,
Yes.
that's cute.
So there's lots of puns
Yeah,
we could do with
yeah.
this
I
thing.
thought it was Shakespeare Showcase, and then Pocket Shakespeare. and
Yeah, short and
Shakespeare,
sweet,
Short and short and
you know.
sweet.
shake
Make
beer. I don't know. Pocket shakes.
Pocket Shakes.
Yeah. So in any case,
I like Pocket Shakes.
that's a really fun event. So we're not going to be totally dark. We're not kind of, totally closing it up,
Mm,
but we're trying to be fiscally responsible and keep ourselves here as long as we can.
mm.
So that's what's happening. And then,
Okay.
2023, you'll probably see a change in the way that we do things. You're not going to see 8 productions on our stage in 2023. And that's because the production costs are getting too high now with these 2 large companies, Broadway Publishing and Concord Theatricals buying up all of the publishers. They're kind of in control. So all of the production costs are going up. So you're going to see us trimming down the number of productions we do, but you're going to see more events that we do. So when
Well,
we're not
that's
doing a
exciting.
production, there'll be other
Yeah.
things going on in the theater, whether it's band concerts or something that we do like Shakespeare and our One Act Festival and things like that. And we do have a wonderful new work for 2023.
Oh, that's
So
exciting.
yeah, it's very, very exciting.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, good. Great
Yeah.
stuff coming.
So it's okay. Just we have to breathe, and it's going to be nice for us not to have the air conditioning on all summer
Yeah.
and paying for all of that
That'll
kind of
help with
stuff.
that.
And it'll give
Oh my
Al a
gosh.
lot of time to get used to his universe of
Who's your
channels
toy?
to be able to do his technical stuff.
That's so exciting.
It is
It's
exciting.
So exciting. That's wonderful. My
Yeah.
gosh.
And you're part of the Shakespeare thing.
Yes, I
You
am.
filled out the online form
I
that
did. I
Teresa
still
did.
have to get it.
Ooh, you have to do
I
that.
know, being a naughty girl.
Yeah, you have
Oh
to
my
do
God.
that. Which of the
It's
do you have like
crazy.
one or more of the shows that you really like? Go, oh, I want to do it.
I mean, I'd love to do them all, but I love Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, there
it's
you
a
go.
great show. It's absolutely a great show. Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet are also pretty top tier for me as well.
Mm.
Taming of the Shrew, but like it's on the lower end of my
Right.
list. It's
Yeah.
number 4 on my list.
We have a bang up group of people.
Yeah.
Killian Meehan,
Oh, great.
Chris
So good.
Pitlack, Rob Rishnovsky,
Ooh.
Laura, Tori Rishnovsky, Amber Dunphy, Chanel Dupre, a gentleman named Bradley, who he was here for the stage
yes.
combat lessons,
Yes,
and
I
he
met him.
played
Lovely man.
he played Robin Hood in the YouTube series that
Yes.
that Rob was in.
Mhm.
Casey Ross, Jonathan Ross, Eric Calabrese is in there. So yeah, it's
Good.
it's a big group of really
Actors.
good people that
Yeah,
are just going to have
yeah.
fun.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with all of them. Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
Yeah. So if you're an actor and you're out there and you didn't know about this and you're interested in it, just send me an email, ed@phoenixstagecompany.org or info@phoenixstagecompany.org.
Any second.
Yeah, you can, there you go. If you're interested and it's something that you might want to participate in, send me an email so that I can send you, there's an online form that we're having people fill out, and it goes to Teresa Alexandru, who then compiles everything, and we'll send you information on our first read through.
And John knows Shakespeare.
He does.
So, I mean, good hands with John. Absolutely. Like, if you're an actor and you're like, I don't know, but what if the director wants to do something weird? John knows Shakespeare.
So listen, this is, John is going to be guiding these groups,
Yeah.
but it's going to be up to the groups to make decisions on
love
how
it.
they do things. Because if you're going to play more than one character,
Right.
you have to change in front of people.
I'm gonna love
So
that.
the costumes are going to be reversible and all kinds of things that you're going to do right in front of what's happening, because you only have 15 minutes to do these shows.
I love quick changes.
So I can tell you that Hamlet is going to be more serious.
yeah.
We're taking that more serious,
Yeah.
those soliloquies and things that are happening. Whereas the others, you can have a little bit more, goo-goo-doo with,
What was that again?
goo-goo-doo,
Goo-goo-doo.
goo-goo-doo. Some people are a little more serious about their Shakespeare, and others are a little lighter about the Shakespeare. I told you, I
There's
don't know
room
if
to do it all.
so. Our friends over in Bolton, England, Phoenix Theatre Company,
Phoenix Theatre.
I love them so much. I miss you guys if you're watching. We haven't had an opportunity to Zoom
I can't
in
wait
a
to meet them.
really, really long time. So they don't really do Shakespeare because
Right.
we poshed it up,
Mm,
because Shakespeare is not supposed to be posh and
No,
proper. It's
no.
it,
It's
it
for
was
the
it was
people.
low class
Yeah.
and low class humor and low class speaking and
Mhm,
language and
mhm.
all of that. So interesting.
Have you seen the version of Much Ado About Nothing with Catherine Tate and David Tennant?
No.
Oh, I've only seen like the first little bit of it. I got my hands on a copy, and I watched just first little bit of it, and I want to watch it with my husband so that we can both enjoy it. But instantly you're like, yeah, you totally understand everything, because David Tennant's got that first of all, he's got a great accent.
Yeah.
And he's so in it, he's living it. And the way he delivers his lines, it's like Oh, I understand it. Like
Sure.
you get it. You don't
Yeah.
have to do that. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when you're watching Shakespeare, you kind of have to do that like translating thing of like,
Yeah.
okay, they said this, but they put a weird inflection on it. So it's actually this.
That's what scares me
know.
about Shakespeare for me. I'm just always afraid I'm going to say it wrong. I'm not going to, like, my rhythm is going to be off or something, and it's going to.
Oh my God, please
I'm-
don't talk in iambic pentameter. Please don't.
And yet
Sounds
that's one of the,
great.
and yet that's one of the rules of the whole thing. If you rewrite anything, it has to be in that. If you decide to rewrite anything or do anything, there's rules. You're going to see them on the first read through. There are rules to this. It's not a free for all. There are rules.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
What's it called? Iambic pentameter?
Iambic pentameter.
That thing. Yeah. I recognize that from the rules.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So, yeah. So it's going to be really, really interesting. And probably like on a future podcast, we'll have a couple of people that are involved in it so they can so we can kind of tell you what's going on with it, what it's really like.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I feel all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's like a homework assignment now.
Michael didn't sign up because he's busy. He's
Well, I
direct.
also don't do anything with Shakespeare.
He's directing a show, so he's busy.
Well,
I don't-
fine.
I have a lot of opinions about Shakespeare.
No boy.
Hey, hey, Al.
What?
What did one ocean say to the other?
Nothing. I just wait.
Oh,
Oh.
Al, you're not supposed to do that. He gave away the punchline. Nothing. It just waved. Al's not a good side man. He's not a good wingman. That's why he's not sitting in the chair.
It was a good guess.
It was a good guess, Al.
Right.
It was right. Darn it.
That's spoil your fun.
Yes, he spoiled my fun.
Do you want to read another joke?
No,
Okay.
no, Al's not getting another one. He doesn't deserve another joke.
No.
You ruined your Yamaha. Ha, ha.
The Yamaha was great. That was
That
a
was
really,
funny.
really
That
good
was
joke. That was really good. So do we have anything else coming up on the chat? Anything from there, from those folks?
Nothing. No,
Amber likes my joke. She texted me to tell me
Oh
she
my
liked the
gosh.
jokes.
Tori did say that she felt like pocket shakes was something you'd find in the behind the curtain section in Blockbuster.
Blockbuster had a behind the curtain section.
Did it?
It did?
Did it?
I guess.
Well, we know what she means, even if she.
It
Yeah.
may not have been. It may have been,
Maybe.
any other video.
I worked
store.
at a video store in Torrington called Age of Video. They had 3 in Torrington and 1 in Winstead. And I would circle around. When I was laid off from being a flight attendant after
Oh.
9/11, that's what I did for a short
Oh,
time,
wow.
very short time. They had those curtain sections.
Oh my gosh. You know what's funny?
I didn't like taking those videos back.
You,
you'd be like-
don't want to really touch
be
them,
like-
do you?
I mean, they're not doing their business on the video.
You don't know. Did you
Like,
rewind
did
it?
they
Did
wash
you
it?
rewind it or did
Did
you
they
just-
wash their hands?
or did you rewind it just to a certain part?
Ed, what were you doing with your VCRs? I just-
Michael, I can't trust them to wash their hands when they put the VHS back in the box. Are you
Black.
kidding me?
Black.
Ugh, so gross. So gross. But you know, there
Please
was
be
a
kind. Wash your hands
Before you rewind. Yeah,
exactly.
that's what the label should have said.
There was a video store in my town, and I think it was called Strawberries Video. Is that a
Strawberries,
Strawberries,
records and
yeah.
video.
Okay.
Mhm.
So every weekend when I was a little girl, I would go and I would beg to rent the Care Bears movie, and I watched that thing like constantly. But almost every other time that I went, the Care Bears movie was rented out by somebody else, and I was like so mad about it. Years later, I'm talking to my best friend Jessa, and she said the same story that she would go and like every other week somebody else would rent the video, and I'm like, that was me. Wait a minute, that was like, but we were totally like renting the same video. It's ridiculous.
Now everything is streaming
Yeah. Yeah.
As it should be.
It's very
as
easy.
it should
It's very
be.
easy to stream. Very easy.
It
It's
is
so
easy.
lovely. I don't want to go back.
Are
Why
we,
would we
are
ever?
we going back?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying,
wouldn't
like,
think
who
so.
would ever go back? Yeah,
No.
no, it's so nice. Although I do still have like a
People
ton of
without power, I
VHS.
guess, or not without power, without internet.
Without internet, yeah. I do still have a ton of VHS though.
Do you have a VHS player?
Wow. I've got a couple and I don't think they all work. Honestly, I'm trying to get my hands on a working VHS player because there's something
I have a load of-
Like,
I-
enough, Laura, she needs a working VHS.
I have
You got one that
I
you're
have
looking
a
to get rid
load
of.
of
I'll take
cassette
it.
tapes. Like I have Journey on cassette. I even have some 8 tracks
Yeah.
from my first
Oh my
car. You know, I have
God,
some 8 tracks.
8
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Back in the day,
Back
all
in
you
the
youngins,
day. Oh,
you youngins
man.
don't know.
No,
I
I mean,
know.
I do. I have like that's just like having my VHS tapes and DVDs that are in a tote that I just don't touch. And I go,
Yeah.
why haven't I gotten rid of these yet?
You know, I still have all my DVDs too. Like, and I just can't.
I have a
I've
wall of
been-
DVDs in the living
you know,
room, and I don't
I've-
have a DVD player.
I've had those times where like you don't have the internet.
My
or you have,
Xbox
that
plays
one rare
DVDs.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like this movie Morgan Stewart's Coming Home, and like you can't. That's not streaming anywhere. I mean, of course, I say that now. It probably is streaming somewhere, but like it was a rare movie, and we destroyed the VHS because we watched it so many times. The audio completely got shot out on the thing.
Yeah.
So Carlos got me a VHS and a DVD copy of it for
Aw,
Christmas one year.
that's
It was like one of the
nice.
nicest presents ever. Yeah.
So, one of the things that I asked Laura to do today, because we just have been inundated with, sad news, bad news, all that stuff. She looked up some good news stories for us, random
Some
good
good
news
news
stories to share with you
stories.
today. Give us some good news, Laura.
Okay. So there are these fog nets that are made in Africa that are making water more abundant, and that could possibly be used to help out California. So it's these, like,
I think I saw it. It's like a mesh net that they put up and
Yeah.
it collects water from the air.
yes,
And it
yes,
drips.
and then it drips down.
That's pretty
Isn't
fabulous.
that amazing?
Yeah.
I mean, what a great, first of all, just an amazing invention.
Yeah.
But
And,
then yeah.
so if ever the apocalypse happens, right? And we don't have power or anything. So we have these dehumidifiers we have to use down here in the basement,
Oh,
down
yeah,
in the
yeah.
green room
Yeah.
during the summertime, right? The amount of water those things suck out of the air is amazing. It's amazing,
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
It's kind of dirty in the buckets, right? So you got to hook it up to come up with a battery system to run those things.
Yeah.
And you can have water. You have to clean it. You have to treat it. You have to boil it, do whatever, I mean, how do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it, right? So that's what you would do. Michael.
Yeah.
That's right. So if
Yeah.
ever, you need drinking water, figure out a way to power a dehumidifier.
They need some
Yeah.
stuff over Lake Mead right now. Lake Mead is like several meters away
So-
from being
whoa.
just a
Yeah,
dead
did you see?
lake.
Oh
I
my
saw a
gosh.
picture of a boat stuck in the mud in the
Yeah.
bottom, like
Oh
it's
my
sunk and
gosh.
stuck
Lake
in
Mead
there.
is about to be just a dirt pit.
Well,
That's
they
crazy.
need these
Yeah.
these fog
Fog nets, which is
fog
good news.
nets.
Give us some more good
So
news.
great. Okay, so the other thing of good news that I have is that bone loss meds might be lowering ovarian cancer risks. This university in Australia did this big study comparing women who were on bone loss medication and women who were not. And it was this over from 2004 to 2013, like this big group of women that they were looking at the numbers and stuff, whatever. And they're finding that women who are on bone loss medication were at a lower risk of ovarian cancer, and that it could be tied to nitrogen-based biophosphonates. They're less likely to develop ovarian cancer. Now, what's great about it is that it is showing in labs, nitrogen-based biophosphonates can stop the disease from spreading in laboratory-grown cells. So this is great news because this is another step forward in beating cancer.
It's true.
It
but,
is so good.
but if you're taking bone loss medication when you don't have bone loss, do your bones get bigger?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But
There's a
it's
new
very
A-
interesting.
there's a
because-
new, it gives like a whole new meaning to big bone.
Listen, I will take some big bones if it means I don't get ovarian cancer.
It's true. It's
You know what I
absolutely
mean?
true. That's amazing.
Absolutely. But how fantastic is that? Oh yeah, and then like if you had really good bone density, could you
Now,
imagine how strong you could
who
hit?
was
Like,
smart enough? That took somebody really smart to figure out that this was a thing.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
that's amazing.
to say, hey, do you notice this correlation between this thing?
Is there a
That's-
thing here? Is there something here? And then to track it down to that, and then to start testing it and showing that it is doing something in the labs. Now, what's interesting about this is that your ovaries, anybody who's gone through like, who's had their ovaries taken out or gone through like early menopause, will be able to tell you that bone density is an issue that you have to deal with. So if your ovaries are gone or not working, or for one reason or another, they put you on medication for bone density, like osteoporosis
Right.
is a huge issue.
Huge.
So it's one of the things, like ovaries are very critical to our bodies and we need them to function correctly. So if that's already a correlation anyway, there's something to do with your ovaries and your bone density. So
Well,
boosting up the bone
Michael, we're
density
screwed then.
is now helping
You have
your
ovaries?
ovaries. It's just
Mm.
amazing.
It is
It's
amazing.
amazing. Well, you're not susceptible to ovarian cancer. Last I know, you don't have ovaries.
Well,
Listen, none of
We have-
like give me 30 years, none of my organs are gonna be happy. So I
At any rate, this is fantastic news because it's
It-
one step
it
closer to
is
beating another form of
fantastic
cancer.
news.
It's fantastic. Any
Yeah.
step forward is a step forward.
And I think you have one more
I
good,
do
one
have
more bit
more
of good
bit
news to share.
This is the one that I really like, and I saved it for last because of it. Stupid ads. Oh my gosh. This is like the worst. New York libraries are giving away 500,000 books for keeping kids engaged this summer.
That's awesome.
500,000 books to kids.
And to have
this
like
year.
real paper
A
books.
paper book. How exciting is that, right?
Paper books.
Get away from your digital device, because that might just be a temptation to, like, switch away from your reading app and go to a toy app or whatever.
But
game app.
I also find that if I use my Kindle to read at night before
Mm.
bed, even though I have it on night screen, so it's a
Yeah.
black screen and white letters,
Mhm.
it does mess up my ability to go to sleep.
It's the electricity.
I
I mean,
listen to books.
You're-
Soothes me right to bed.
yeah. Well, your eyes.
Or you could just read from paper.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Gosh,
I
falling
the
asleep.
Sweet, soothing tones of the person reading to me.
You know what? I am going to record a book for
Have
you.
Ooh.
So you will fall
First off,
asleep to my
ew,
voice.
You have clearly never had Will Wheaton read you a book, because I'll tell you, I can listen to that man read me anything.
Well, we would be, yeah.
Listen,
that's
you
fair.
record Chris Pine reading for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never sleep.
Yeah, I'll take John Barrowman.
No, I'm going to record an audiobook for Phoenix Stage Company. You know what? Actually, you know what?
should.
You know my melodramas.
Mhm.
We thought about doing like an old radio play, my melodramas.
I would
that
love
would be
that.
really fun.
That'd be
We have a
fun.
microphone for it. We won't have to do any costume changes. Just
No.
do the sound
Oh,
effects.
that's
Just
so
the sound
exciting.
effects.
The voice, and you have the sound effects
That's
after.
Sound effects and music after.
exciting.
I have a whole bunch of melodramas, so maybe we'll put out a little fun little bit for you
Oh,
guys.
Then we'll add that
Fun.
little scratchy sound effect. It'll sound like it's the radio. In the
Yeah,
20s.
right? Like,
How do you know what it sounded like in the 20s,
I used to, all right, there was a period of time when I was a kid when I got obsessed with old like radio TV, like, or not TV
Yeah.
shows, old radio shows. So it'd be like your Zorro or your whatever it was. I was listening to a ton of them, and it was like a whole period of time in my life.
There was
Radio
a
drama's
hot
great.
minute when I would drive home from the theater and I would always get this radio station from Canada. My car could get it for a hot minute. It was on an
Yeah.
AM station. They did the old radio plays.
oh,
Yeah,
fun.
and that was always fun.
radio dramas are fun.
So maybe you'll see you'll hear some of my stuff out there, and we'll put it out for a benefit for Phoenix Stage Company. It'll be fun.
that would be great.
Yeah,
Well, that was it for my good news.
excellent.
I mean, I can look for more.
No, it's absolutely fine. So listen, we're gonna do support Phoenix Stage Company. You can support Phoenix Stage Company anytime you want to,
I jumped
right?
to our spot. I was about to. jump
Oh,
to our
okay, let's do the
spot.
sponsors first,
No,
because
no, no,
listen,
no, no,
I
no,
have
no,
news
no,
about
no.
a sponsor. We're gonna thank our sponsors. Who do we
Okay.
thank first?
Who do we think first?
We thank Black Hog Brewing Company
Love
from
Black.
Oxford, Connecticut. They're getting ready to celebrate their 8th anniversary. Congratulations to them.
Oh, Congrats.
So
that's
they're doing an event, the 8 Years of Beer. It's on Saturday, the 27th of August. We have a performance that day, but maybe we can all go there first. Or we can go there after our performance, because it's from 1 to 9 p.m. Saturday, the 27th. They have an event on their Facebook page, so you can visit them, blackhawkbrewing.com. It'll connect you to their Facebook or whatever. and you can learn more about it. So it's 8 years of beer with Black Hog Brewing Company.
Ooh, that sounds
right?
like fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun
It's not. I like that
because
That's
I
fun.
love all of their beer.
Hmm.
Well, there's one that I had that I was like, you know,
Aw.
but somebody that I was with loved it. So somebody likes all of their
Thanks.
beer, you know, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of barrel aged beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
I really like their those hard teas that they did.
Hum.
Hum.
It's called Hum, the hard
Ah.
seltzer tea.
Oh,
So it's,
good.
yeah. So it's oolong
Yeah.
tea with peach. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
When they
there's
get to
another
12
one.
years, then
So
you do
good.
their 12 days of beer, and then they can make a whole song about
They
it.
could do it in Christmas.
12 years of beer.
12 years of beer.
12 beers of years.
12 beers of years. We'll
12
we'll
beers
have
of
Black Hog at our next craft beer swap, which we will be doing soon. We love our craft beer swap.
Yeah.
It's a really, really
How do
fun
you not
time.
like that? It's a
Yeah.
good time.
We also need to thank our other sponsor, and that is
Sierra Media Ridge.
Sierra Ridge Media
Media
Arts.
Arts.
Deb and
Ah,
Jeff
that's
Cryan from
right.
Naugatuck. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thank
We don't have I don't think we have a slide for Arabesque, do we?
We don't, because
Yeah.
I keep waiting for you to put one. Give one.
Yeah, Arabesque.
Arabesque.
Arabesque Costume Sales and Rentals, now located in Oakville, Connecticut. We're a show sponsor here at
Oh,
Phoenix
no.
Stage Company. My store, you know, I'm the new owner of Arabesque, and my store is open now. So,
Ooh.
yeah, the hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
We deliver in the greater Waterbury and Torrington area. So we deliver all the way up Route 8.
That's nice.
Okay. And it's good. It's good.
Interesting.
It's a little bit of a different business model. You have to stop in and see us sometime. I do something called Costumes Plus. So it's head to toe costuming. And yeah, we specialize in Asian inspired Renaissance wear for
Ooh.
our Renaissance fair folks. And then, you know, we do other stuff too. So you can stop in and see us. I don't know what
Very
Michael's
exciting.
doing over
I'm
here.
trying to get the whole.
Michael is
website
having a
shut
back and forth. No, go that way, go that way. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there. That's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
You can donate to Phoenix Stage Company anytime you want to help support us by going to phoenix-stage-company.square.site. Every little penny helps us.
Yes.
Or you can attend some of the great events that we have coming up. And that's a great way to support us too. We appreciate everything that everyone does for us, honestly.
Even sharing the links. Anytime we
Yeah.
post a link, share it wide and far. you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get the
Yeah.
word out.
True that.
That always helps. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Al, you can play the music if you want to. Thank you all so much for joining us
Thank you for
after such a
joining.
long
Such a
time.
long time.
Thank you for
Definitely
being
needed.
here. We love it when
Thank you
you're
for
here
having
with
me.
us. And yeah, so we'll be back. The next time we're back, it's going to be a couple of weeks. We're waiting for Tim to come back. Tim and Lori are going to be our guests on the podcast to tell us about their round the country journey. And then we'll be able to fill you in on more of what's happening at Phoenix Stage Company. Thank you all for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Make sure you tell people to like us and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Say goodnight, Laura.
Good night, Laura.
Good night, Michael.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, Al. Thank you all. Oh, that was fun. It was nice. Your good news was good.
I tried to make some good ones.
It's always still on. I never know when you're turning it off. You just do it to us on purpose. No, is it?